Next up, we'd like to recognize some of our sponsors. So when you hear your organization's name called out, can you please stand up and maybe be recognized?
We'll begin with our diamond level sponsor, the National Association of Chinese Americans. Our platinum level sponsors, so the Georgia Tech Asian Heritage Alumni. GT AHA. I see you guys over there. Stand up, please. The Nanjing University Friendship Foundation. And the Stockton family. I'd like to thank our gold level sponsors, the Center for Pan-Asian Community Services, and the Zhejiang Association of Georgia. Silver level sponsor is the Atlanta Dragon Boat. I don't think he's here yet. Our bronze level sponsor is Dr. Edward Krebs. Guess also not here yet. And the Van family.
And finally, we'd like to thank all of our other sponsors and supporters that were listed on the program.
Right, thank you. We hope you have a good evening.
Thank you.
Hey guys, my name is Grant, and I'm going to be your MC for the evening. A little bit about myself. I'm a fourth year at Georgia Tech, and I've been involved in the Georgia Tech ChinaCare community for the past 2 years. I began my involvement 2 summers ago in Beijing when I visited Half the Sky Foundation's home with Kathy Gu, and I was able to witness firsthand the impact that our club's donations have on the lives of these children. So now I would like to introduce Dr. Rengen Li, our keynote speaker. Dr. Rengen Li is the Director of Global Leadership at the Coca-Cola Company. He's been very active in the Asian and Chinese American communities across the country for more than 10 years. Currently, he is the Vice President and Board Member of the National Association of Chinese Americans, or NACA. He has led a mentoring program for NACA in the last 2 years, where young Asian American professionals are paired with experienced and successful executives, where they have one-on-one mentoring and are provided with leadership development programs. He is the former chairman of the Georgia Minority Supplier Development Council and the founding chair of the U.S. Pan-Asian American Chamber of Commerce for the Southeast. He is also on the boards of many other regional and national organizations. He is a board member of the Atlanta Technical College and has received many accolades, including being named one of the top 50 Asian Americans in business by the Asian American Business Development Center in New York. And he has received the Civil Rights and Diversity Award from the Dallas-Fort Worth Asian American Citizens Council. Please give a warm welcome to Dr. Rengen Li.
Thank you, Grant. Alice asked me to dance, so I'm going to try. Before I start, I want to recognize Lani Wang first. Lani is our current chairman of NACA and also one of the founding members of NACA. Lani, can you stand up so people can recognize you? In the Chinese American community, I know no one who's more passionate, more dedicated, and more supportive of the Chinese American communities in Georgia. So thank you, Lani. And certainly she is the chairman of the board, and under her leadership, we decided to support that ChinaCare team at Georgia Tech. On behalf of NACA, I want to say congratulations to Kathy and Alice and everyone on the team. I remember that last year we were on the campus having this event. Today we have moved upscale to Canton House. I'm sure pretty soon we are going to move to World Congress Center. So congratulations and thank you. I asked to give this talk or volunteered It's not because I like to speak, but more because of Confucius. Confucius said that the best way to learn is to teach. So tonight, I'm going to preach to you why we should support the local Asian American, Chinese American communities. I know that after my speak, you're going to have dinner, so I'm going to list probably 20 reasons so that you can all have a good stomach to have bigger dinner, right? The first reason is that if you are Asian American or Chinese American, you are Asian first and you are Chinese first. I was talking to Jonathan earlier. He told me, he said, wait a minute. My mommy told me I was born in Northside Hospital. I was born here in Atlanta. Why I'm Chinese, I'm American. A few years ago, I was having a conference in New York. I met a very successful litigation lawyer who's a law professor at Columbia University in New York. So we were talking a little bit, then this American came over talking to my friend or the person I get to know. He said, hello, your English is so good. Where did you study your English? So my friend was born in New York, grew up in New York, never been to China, spoke no Chinese, so she didn't know what to say. So that gentleman continued. When did you come over? When do you go home? You know, my father saved your country. Yes, he did, Korea. We saved Korea. May of 2001, a congressman from Oregon, his name is David Wu, the first Chinese American congressman in the US. He was invited to speak at the Department of Energy. When he got there, he was refused entry to the building. The security guards repeatedly asked him if he was an American citizen, even though he showed his congressional ID. So, you're Chinese American or Asian Americans, people see first is Chinese or Asian, then American. That's not your choice. You always will be Chinese. The second reason you need to support the Chinese American or local communities is because we need your support. Okay. Many years ago, I was in the field called supply diversity. I met lots of Indian friends from India. And they told me, anybody from India? Okay, so I need to be careful now. They told me, always tell me that if you have 10 Indians, you will see 11 community organizations. I said, why 11? They said, well, everyone wants to be head of the one organization. So you have 10, right? Then you need an organization that's called a coalition of Indian organizations. So you have 11. Chinese Americans are not anything better. We are actually worse. Because Chinese Americans are notorious in bashing each other, sabotaging each other's work, and we like to stand on the sideline and criticize everybody else because we are smarter. So we do not really think contribution first, but we think ourselves first. So I'm so happy to see that Kathy and the China Care organization and Taiwanese organization work together. So I'm very much giving up on my generation of Chinese Americans but we do have a great hope for the younger generations, right? So I sincerely hope that all of us can continue to support ChinaCare at Georgia Tech and all other Chinese American themed organizations. Last 2 weeks, I had the pleasure of hosting 2 Chinese delegations to visit our company headquarters downtown. As part of the tour, we always stop at the Robert Woodruff's office. And on his desk, he has this plaque with a simple message. That's his personal creed. It reads, "There is no limit to what a man can do or where he can go if he does not care who gets the credit." So thank you all. I just want to challenge you. Let's put our personal interest second, more committed to support the Chinese American communities. So thank you. Grant?
Thank you, Dr. Lee. So once again, on behalf of GT ChinaCare and GT TASA, I welcome you all and I thank you for attending. Just a quick reminder before the food starts coming out, everyone on their program should have some tickets attached. So if you want to tear that bottom one off and go participate in one of the raffles, go ahead and do that if you want. You can do that throughout the meal. And also, if you want to make further donations towards our child's surgery, additional raffle tickets are only $5. So thank you.